We have another one of these backdoored baseball cards with a forged auto ending up in a slab. This time it's PSA, not BGS. That's pretty interesting, so I'll share that with you. I've also been given a bit more information around potentially who stole these cards and what they were trying to do all the way back in February of this year. There's a few things to talk to, so please just bear with me. As you can see, the first thing I want to talk to is this Yana Fernandez card ending up in a PSA slab. So this is the first orange shimmer of this guy that showed up and was one of the cards in question when it came to the allegations around the backdooring, right? This is the first one that has showed up. Now, having seen what we showed you the other day, something like this should already concern you because the auto on this card looks quite alarming, right? It looks very thick compared to usual. Now, comparing this to his existing autos that have been pack pulled, you can see here that not only does it look a little bit different, the pen also looks very, very strange. Every auto that you're seeing on screen, right now is essentially what we've grown accustomed to when it comes to tops. This one in particular not only stands out because it's so thick, but the auto itself looks a little bit off. Now, comparing that to what we saw the other day that Nelson Rada himself confirmed that was fake, the athlete himself, the thickness of the pen, the darkness of the pen, the movement within the pen, i.e. the little strokes in between the spelling of the word, you can sort of see over here what I mean. It matches essentially what you're seeing here. So this looks very, very suspect and now looks like it's also implicated PSA themselves. When you look at the information from the certification page, it tells you what you need to hear. Some of you again might say, well, what the heck is PSA doing in this instance? You guys need to understand that on the back of the card, it says that this autograph was certified by Topps. When PSA grade this, as do BGS, as do any grader, they do not authenticate it when it is certified by the manufacturer. So in this case, Topps, not basically communicating this issue to anyone within this industry has basically let down PSA, BGS, and you, the collector, who might in turn buy this card. Now, the thing that's sort of come up in the last few days regarding, some information on where these came from, I had somebody reach out that bought one of these cards off eBay, one of the cards that didn't have a signature on there. They told me they bought it from a specific card store. I got in touch with that card store. They told me that somebody came into their store back in February with these things that you're about to see here right now. A bunch of Topps Chrome 2023. This is in February of this year. Topps 2023 is not even released yet. It doesn't come out until the end of this month. And you can see here that some of these, or I think all of these ones are signed, but again, fall into that, same bucket of cards that we saw in those various Reddit posts that we've talked to in these other videos. Now, this person can't recall this guy's name. He didn't buy any cards off him. I think he got the one in a trade that he ended up selling, the one that I just touched on at the very start. But it's just a pretty, interesting situation. He did say that this guy was a young kid who, again, fit the description of, one of the college kids who was a contractor that was citing these autographs for Topps, allegedly. So it's all sort of coming together now from a story perspective. I just wanted to give you that quick update because, again, now we have a second auto in a PSA slab, or in a graded card slab, I should say, that some collector might be out there buying. How many are out there that are not listed on eBay? It's a pretty big deal because this is fraud, what is happening here with this person allegedly signing these cards, these blank cards, and then trying to send them to PSA to then sell to somebody else. That's fraud, and it is also forgery. And you're going to see the FBI involved in this in some capacity if these things start selling. I've just done a reel on IG. It looks like Card Porn are going to share that to their own page. I'm hoping that gets some traction and we see Topps and Fanatics respond off the back of this because, this is unacceptable. There's so many questions, as I explained the other day, with regards to this story. It's not just the fact that they've, not told anyone about this or had really poor processes and allowed these cards to get stolen. It's the fact that, they don't appear to have replaced them in the product. People are out there buying these boxes thinking they're going to get these hits, even though these hits aren't in the checklist, apparently. But most importantly, they've not communicated anything to the graders. So if they know for a fact that these were stolen, as you'd like to think they would, right, because they're going to manufacture the product, surely you're going to know that cards are missing. You've now exposed the graders to potential litigation, right, because they're slabbing something, even though they've got no liability when it comes to certifying these autographs because Topps themselves certify it. But you're going to have collectors buying these things and sort of getting burnt because the autos are not genuine. So I'm really hoping, Card Porn can try and get some traction off the back of my Instagram reel. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Card Porn and I have had our differences. I've called them out plenty of times. I just hope we can get some benefit off the back of this, put our differences aside and actually get a response, from the likes and Topps and Fanatics, because this ain't going to cut it moving forward. This is, BS. It's going to have, legitimate people involved, like the likes of the FBI, because you're talking about fraud and forgery now. So please share your thoughts down in the comments below. I just wanted to give you this very quick update. Got a second card, like I said. Got more information on this individual who's stolen these cards, and it has fit the description of a young individual potentially in college who may have obtained these cards from the signing session. Share your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next one.